Hey everybody, Dale Davidson here. I'm an attorney here in Southwest Georgia, North Florida, and here to talk a little bit about asset protection, protecting your assets, your parents' assets from a nursing home. Now, according to the statistics, 70% of us will need some kind of long-term care at some point in time in our lifetime. Now, if mom or dad or grandparents have to be in a protected environment, usually that means a nursing home. And there are no good nursing homes. And by the way, nursing homes are expensive. You're talking about anywhere from average of about $8,000 to $10,000 per month for their care. $8,000 to $10,000. Let that sink in. That's a whole lot of moolah, okay? So, what are some of the eligibility criteria for Medicaid? And when we're talking about Medicaid, we're talking about how do we pay for mom and dads or grandparents or whoever, your loved ones, long-term care. Well, we get them qualified for Medicaid. Medicaid is that federal program administered by this state to pay for long-term care. So, income limits. If your loved one is going into or has to go into a nursing home, a skilled nursing, okay, their income can exceed about $2,300 a month. If they do, they don't qualify. But there's an exception to that rule. Number one exception is if you've got a spouse, we can shift some of that income from the person going into the nursing home to his or her spouse at home, because our job now is to take care of the spouse at home. The second exclusion for eligibility is we can put those funds into a qualifying income trust, in that now you qualify. And it's kind of magic, I don't understand it, but that's the law. So we put it in a qualifying income trust, and then once the money's in the qualifying income trust, then that money is paid to the nursing home. Now, if your spouse who's going into a nursing home has more than $2,000 in assets in his or her name, you don't qualify. But again, we can shift assets between spouses such that the spouse who's going into the nursing home qualifies for Medicaid. Well, wait a minute, Dale, you're telling me you can do these transfers. What about that 60-month look-back rule I've always heard about? Well, guess what? It doesn't apply between spouses, okay? So husband and wife can give things to each other all day long, and that transfer rule doesn't apply. So how much assets can the non-institutional spouse have, or the spouse who's not going into the nursing home? Well, the total between a husband and wife is $130,380 this year. So basically, if your spouse is going into a nursing home, he or she can have $2,000 and you can keep $128,380. See how that works? So the couple limit is $130,380. The applicant, or the person going into the nursing home, is $2,000. What about your home? As long as your equity doesn't exceed $603,000, you are okay, because your home is exempt. So in that instance, what we would do is we would take the home out of both spouses' names and put it into the spouse who's not going into the nursing home, to save that house from being sold at some point in time to pay for the Medicaid bill or the nursing home bill. So the applicant spouse, that's the person who's going into the nursing home, can't have more than $2,300 in his or her name. If they do, that's okay. We can shift income between spouses, or we can do a qualifying income trust. And also, they can't have more than $2,000 in their name. Well, what about they've got an IRA or 401k? Here in Georgia, IRAs and 401ks are not counted as an asset. Now, that required minimum distribution, what you're getting off that each month, that is counted. But the asset itself is not counted. Everything is counted basically that you own, except for your house, car, up to $10,000 of insurance, which would be used for burial. Okay, any kind of IRA or 401k that is being you're drawing down on a monthly basis with your required minimum distributions. But everything else is pretty much counted. Checking accounts, savings bonds, stocks, bonds, all of those things. You get one car that's exempt, but everything else is counted against you. This is what we do. This is all we do. We help people qualify for Medicaid. So if you have any questions regarding qualifications as it relates to your specific assets, please shoot us an email at dearnursinghomeguy@gmail.com, dearnursinghomeguy@gmail.com, or feel free to Google us and call us. Our number is going to be up here on the screen for you. But we're here to help. And this is what we do. This is all we do. Please like and subscribe to this channel so that every time we do another video, and we're doing videos each week, that you'll get notified of the new content. And by all means, ask questions and share this information with your friends and family, because just because somebody's going into a nursing home doesn't mean that it's the end of the world as far as the family is concerned. We can help protect the safety and independence and safety and security of the spouse who doesn't have to go into the nursing home, and we can help protect those assets for his or her care. But we're glad to help however we can. Have a blessed day.
No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get happy before